According to Britannica's entry on the Pyramids of Giza, the three pyramids standing on the west bank of the Nile near Al-Giza were raised during Egypt's fourth dynasty, roughly 2575 to 2465 BCE. In ancient times, they were counted among the seven wonders of the world. That much is documented and undisputed. Everything after those dates gets murky. The Egyptians recorded their kings, their gods, their grain, their taxes, but never wrote down how they stacked 2 million blocks into the most precise structure of the ancient world. Every explanation you were taught in school is a modern guess, wearing the costume of fact. And in the last 2 years, new research has begun quietly dismantling the guesses one by one. You were taught it plainly. Hundreds of thousands of slaves, chained beneath the desert sun, dragging blocks while overseers cracked whips across their shoulders. Herodotus implied it. Hollywood repeated it for a century. The Great Pyramid, the story goes, was built on the broken backs of foreign captives. Excavations beside the plateau found no slave pens. They found bakeries, breweries, and a workers' cemetery. The men were Egyptians, fed and buried with care. Their skeletons are the disturbing part: crushed vertebrae, healed fractures, arthritic joints, and many of them dead before 40. Not slavery. Attrition. Then came the other story. No Bronze Age people could stack 2 million blocks that precisely, so it must have been outsiders. Aliens. Atlanteans. A vanished supercivilization wielding tools we somehow lost. The pyramid, they insist, is simply too perfect to be human work. Wikipedia's article on the construction of the Egyptian pyramids is blunt. The work can be explained with well-established scientific facts, though some aspects remain controversial hypotheses. Humans did this. The unsettling part is why nobody recorded how. The method was so ordinary to them, it was never worth writing down. The textbook answer: one enormous straight ramp of mud brick and rubble climbing the desert as the pyramid rose. Thousands of men hauling sledges up a gentle slope. Simple, visual, satisfying. Every documentary you have ever watched drew that ramp into the sand for you. Run the numbers and the ramp collapses. To stay climbable near the summit, it would need more material than the pyramid itself, and no trace of it survives. Research published in January 2026 proposes something stranger: hidden internal counterweights and pulley-like mechanisms. A machine sealed inside the stone. Stand at Giza and trust your eyes. The pyramid that looks tallest, sharpest, and most dominant on that skyline is obviously the greatest of the three. The builders had nothing to hide from you. What you see on the plateau is simply what is there. Your eyes are wrong. The neighboring pyramid of Khafre appears larger than Khufu's only because it stands on more elevated ground and rises at a steeper angle of inclination. In height and volume it is smaller. Giza's most famous silhouette is an engineered lie, 4,500 years old. And the final comfort: it is all solved. Every chamber mapped, every passage walked, every stone accounted for. The Great Pyramid is a closed case in a guidebook, a tomb, a wonder, a photograph you take from the back of a camel and leave behind. Mayu, on scanning, has already found voids nobody expected. Research from April 2026 lists falsifiable predictions, edge-fill signatures buried inside the masonry that archaeologists have not yet gone looking for, which means the largest building of the ancient world remains an untested hypothesis. The Great Pyramid is not a mystery because it is old. It is a mystery because the people who solved it never bothered to tell us how. We invented slaves. We invented aliens. We invented a ramp that could never have existed. Every generation fills that silence with the story it needs, and the stone keeps saying nothing. Subscribe for more ancient enigmas that were never